Motivation and experience. Part 1. Motivation. Hello, my friends. Today, I want to give you motivation for learning English. And I want to share my experience. Learning English is a long road. Sometimes it is easy. Sometimes it is hard. But it is always possible. Every step you take is important. Every small action is progress. Many people think they must be perfect before they start. That is not true. You do not need perfect English to begin. You only need courage to try. Even one word today is better than no word. Even one sentence is a victory. Remember this: every master was once a beginner. Every person who speaks English well started with small steps. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you should be. Your dream can grow if you keep learning, step by step, day by day. English is not just a subject in school. English is a bridge to the world. It is a bridge to music, movies, books, travel, work, and friendship. When you learn English, you open a door. Behind that door is a new life. That life is waiting for you. You only need to walk with patience and courage. So, never stop. Do not give up. Every day, give a little time. Every day, give a little energy. One day, you will look back and smile. You will see how far you have come. This is the reason we keep moving. This is the reason we never stop. Let me add more about motivation. Sometimes you wake up and you do not want to study. Sometimes your mind is tired. Your heart is heavy. That is normal. But remember, learning is not about one big action. It is about many small actions. If you only give 5 minutes today, it is still good. 5 minutes today is better than 0 minutes. Because small drops of water make a river, small steps build a journey. This is why you must keep going. Not fast, but steady. Not perfect, but constant. Think about the power of English. With English, you can read the news of the world. You can listen to voices from far away. You can write to people in other countries. You can make friends. You can share ideas. You can open your mind. This is not only about school or work. This is about life. English gives you freedom. Freedom to know. Freedom to share. Freedom to dream. When you feel tired, remember your dream. When you feel weak, remember your goal. Your dream will give you energy. Your goal will give you courage. Part 2. Experience with reading and listening. When I began, reading was my first practice. I opened small books. I read short texts. I looked at signs in the street. At first, it was difficult. My eyes saw words, but my mind did not understand. I wanted to quit, but I read again. I read slowly. I repeated many times. Then, one day, I understood one line. Later, I understood one paragraph. I felt happy because I saw progress. This experience taught me that patience is power. Reading is like opening a window. At first, the window is small. Later, it becomes big. Through the window, you see new ideas, new stories, new worlds. Reading gives light to the mind, and light gives hope to the heart. Even now, when I feel tired, I open a book. I read a few lines, and I feel stronger. I remember when I read my first story in English. It was a short story about a family. The words were easy, but I still felt proud. I read it 3 times, and every time I understood more. That small book gave me big hope. Later, I read longer books. I found new words. I wrote them down. I did not remember all of them, but slowly they became familiar. This is the secret of reading. Repetition. The more you see a word, the more you remember it. The more you practice, the more your mind becomes strong. Listening was my next challenge. People spoke fast. The words ran like water, and I could not catch them. I felt lost. I felt weak, but I did not stop. I listened again. I listened slowly. I listened many times. First, I listened to songs. At first, I only enjoyed the sound. Later, I caught some words. Later, I understood the story. Music gave me joy, and joy gave me power to continue. I also watched movies. At first, I used subtitles. Later, I used English subtitles. Later, I watched without subtitles. Slowly, my ears became stronger. This was not fast, but it was real. Every week, every month, I could hear more. Listening showed me that small steps bring big results. It taught me that patience brings understanding. And now, when I listen, I do not feel fear. I feel courage. I feel hopey. I remember listening to a teacher on the radio. At first, I only understood 1 or 2 words, but I continued. Every day I listened for 10 minutes. After 1 month, I understood more. After 6 months, I understood many sentences. This showed me that time is a friend. Time and patience will give you power. So if you feel slow, do not worry. Your ears are learning. Your mind is growing. Keep listening. One day, you will be surprised. You will say, "Now I can understand." That day will come if you do not stop. Part 3. Experience with speaking and writing. Speaking was a big test. My grammar was not correct. My words were not enough. Sometimes people laughed. Sometimes I laughed at myself, but I remembered one thing. Mistakes are not my enemy. Mistakes are my teacher. Without mistakes, I cannot learn. Without mistakes, I cannot grow. So I spoke again. I spoke simple words. I spoke short sentences. Slowly, my words became longer. My voice became stronger. I learned that people do not want perfect English. People want clear English. They want honest English. They want to understand your heart. And that is enough. If you speak with courage, people will listen. Every time I spoke, I grew. Every time I tried, I became better. So I say to you, do not wait for perfect grammar. Do not wait for perfect words. Start speaking now. Speak with friends. Speak with family. Speak with yourself. The more you speak, the more you grow. Speaking gave me many stories. One time I spoke to my grammar was not correct, but he understood me. He smiled and answered. That smile gave me courage. Another time I made a mistake and people laughed. But I laughed too. I told myself it is okay. I am learning. Every mistake became a small teacher. Every try became a small lesson. Slowly, my fear became smaller. My confidence became bigger. Writing was like painting with words. At first, I wrote one line. Later, I wrote 2 lines. I wrote about my family, my food, my dreams, my daily life. My sentences were simple, but they were mine. When I wrote, I saw my mind in the mirror. I saw my progress on paper. Sometimes I made mistakes. Sometimes I used the wrong word, but I learned from every mistake. Writing became my quiet teacher. It helped me think in English. It gave me new confidence. Now, I write longer texts. I write my thoughts. I write my plans. Writing gives me freedom. Writing gives me joy. This is why writing is important. It is not only practice, it is reflection. It is a mirror of your heart and your mind. I wrote a diary. Every day, I wrote 2 or 3 sentences about my life. At first, it was difficult, but after 1 month, it became natural. Later, I wrote letters to friends. Later, I wrote emails for work. Writing helped me see my growth. Writing gave me a record of my journey, and when I read my old notes, I saw how far I had come. This gave me happiness and pride. So I advise you, write often. Write simple things. Write about your day, your food, your dream. Do not wait for perfect words. Just write. Write. Your writing will grow with time. Part 4, Advice and Closing. My friends, Let me give you some advice. First, practice every day, even 10 minutes. Small practice is better than no practice. Second, do not fear mistakes. They are part of the road. They are your secret teacher. Third, celebrate small wins. Every word, every phrase, every line is success. Fourth, be patient. Progress is slow, but progress is sure. Fifth, believe in yourself. If you believe, you will continue. If you continue, you will succeed. Remember, English is not only about words, it is about courage. It is about hope. It is about opening doors to the future. When you learn English, you learn not only language, you learn culture, people, and the world. You see new places. You hear new voices. You meet new friends. This is why English is not only study, English is life. English is your key to freedom. English is your bridge to the future. So be strong. Be patient. Keep learning. Do not compare yourself with others. Compare yourself with yesterday. If today you are better than yesterday, you are winning. One day you will look back and say, I did it. I did not stop. I found success. Your dream is near. Your future is bright. And English will walk with you on this journey. Step by step, word by word, you will succeed. Believe in yourself. You can do it, and one day you will smile with pride. Also, use English in daily life. Put English words on your wall. Read English signs. Listen to English songs. Think in English when you walk, when you eat, when you rest. Make English part of your life, not only part of your study. If English becomes your friend, you will never forget it. Finally, remember your future. Imagine yourself speaking with confidence. Imagine yourself reading books, watching movies, traveling to new places. That future is waiting for you. It is real, but you must walk to it. You must work for it. Step by step, you will arrive. Word by word, you will succeed. And one day, you will look back with pride. You will say, I did not give up. I kept going. I found success. That is the true gift of learning English. Like, comment, subscribe.